Welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger with me, Get Daved. So while we were gone, I decided to look into things a little bit because I wanted to double check that I got the Crisis Arm right. Because I've read a couple places that you'll recall the Crisis Arm is the last weapon for Chrono, Robo. They both have similar bisyllabic names. Oh yeah, and I got a rob from one of these guys. Yeah, so the Crisis Arm, some FAQs and some people say, yeah, if he has less than 10 HP, it's really powerful. But that would make it totally useless, because it's actually really hard to get your characters to have less than, Omega Elixir. Less than 10 hit points. If you use a Revive, they come back with 50. If you use Life, they come back with more than 10. Yeah, it is just the ones digit. So if he has, say, 999 HP, and you could easily get him to that amount, hypothetically speaking, it would be really valuable. So as soon as we max Robo's HP, we're gonna give it a shot. Also, you may have been wondering what the outcome of the last fight was. I got one gold stud, because Chrono just freaked out and killed everyone on counterattacks. Kinda like that. And now you're gonna die. So we now have charmed 4 gold studs for a total of 5. Realistically, that's probably enough. These guys I have no interest in fighting. I also looked into the power meal, and here's how it works. It makes a lot of sense if you think about it. It restores random amounts of HP, and occasionally will restore a random amount of MP, as long as your character doesn't have full life, because if they have full life, you can't use it on them anymore. Isn't that a useful item? Just let them run away. Yeah, so that's what the power meal does. You can write in your journal about how excited that made you. One magic seal. Magic seals are kind of like power seals, but magical! We don't have a power seal yet, so you have no context for appreciating that, but I did mention it earlier. It's plus 5 magic, plus 5 magic defense. That's pretty good, you know. It's not bad. It's not as good as the power seal, which is like that, but plus 10. And on different stats. I think that might have just ended his life. If Chrono counterattacks and gets a critical, and then does a Falcon hit with Ayla, there's a chance they'll both die instantly. But how could he have known that? He's used to being the big hit on the block. Looks like we've looted the place. I'm trying to avoid encounters, so I'm not going to walk in the most direct line. See? Because that would have happened. I don't abuse my my rewind button or state saves very often, but come on, what was it going to prove? Like, I will just find some clever way to take 2 or 4 MP from Chrono and Ayla each. Alright, we're out of shelter, which is good. Now would be a good time for me to use it. Nova armor! That's fantastic. Let's put it on someone who doesn't have it. We have 2 suits of Nova armor and 1 moon armor, so we're pretty much set in terms of armor for guys. Now, if we had 1 more Zodiac cape, that would be pretty nice. So maybe something like that will come up. 1 haste helm. Okay. Talking time. The haste helm is good enough that you should consider changing your strategy because it gives a character auto haste. Now for someone like Robo, who's kind of a useless pylon unless he's sped up somehow, this is a big deal. Also, Nova armor protects his status, so we don't need to put a ruby helmet or a vigil hat on him. He's still going to have really low magic defense, but that'll eventually take care of itself. So now we can put something a bit more interesting on him, like sunshades would be fun, or prism specs in an alternate universe. We'll put the Crisis Arm on him. Hopefully he'll have 999 hit points soon. And then you know, will kill a bunch of crap, and it's going to be awesome. Alright. Can talk to one of these guys and buy stuff? Yeah, I guess that's pretty good stuff. No. I guess I have no use for my money anymore either. Let's chat. Ah, they don't sell well. Wake up or stay. Wake up if you want to leave. Because consciousness is somewhere else, apparently. We'll get a chance at that treasure chest later. Alright. I'm glad this happened, everybody. It's important. This guy is named Tubster. You can infinitely farm power tabs from him if you're very, very patient. Now, if you've been watching my Let's Plays for a while, you know that's not so much me. I'm also not very attentive either, but, you know, we could get as many power tabs as we want. He also doesn't really counterattack or anything, so you can only get one per Tubster, but if you leave this room and then come back, he'll be back. He absorbs a lot of elements and counterattacks something fierce, so we're gonna hit him with the hard stuff. One Falcon hit and one attack from Chrono ought to do it. Yeah, like most of the enemies here, he sits around the 2,000 to 3,000 hit point range. His attack's also very strong. Like, if Marl had attacked him, he would have probably nearly killed her with a counterattack. But I don't want to destroy you, Cybot. You're just misunderstood. Oh, Cybot, you're just speeding your own doom. This attack is really dangerous if you don't have status protection on your characters, because it's confusing everybody. That's bad, right? Unfortunately, everybody has Prism Elms, so I guess kind of falls on deaf ears. There's actually 3 of those shield enemies if you fight them. I guess they're sort of winking out of existence. If you want Mega Elixirs, apparently these are the guys to talk to. Also, they feast on each other occasionally. Yeah. See, he's taking a lot of damage. There's a really good chance that he's just going to sink his teeth into his friend and kill him. Which is, you know, what any good friend would do. Yeah, see? They start turning on each other. They don't do that to you. Which, I don't know, it's kind of confusing because I'm scared stiff of an attack like that. Alright, I tried to get the Mega Elixir. Again, Charm Top if you want to improve your probability. Zodiac Cape 2, that's pretty exciting, so it's really good. Marl now has 99 magic defense. There's only one thing you can do to give her any higher immunity, and that's put a prism dress on her so that she always has barrier up. I'm waiting for the eyes to close so we can sneak past him. This guy. And those goons are dangerous, so we're gonna cut the crap. I don't care about gold studs anymore. Farm more if you want them. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. MP leeching scum. I'm not putting on an act. I actually hate Flyclops, but the name is hilarious. It's almost cute. Maybe it's safe to say that I've always loved Flyclops. Yeah, it's messed up. Alright, that was a lot less painful than previous encounters with these guys. And again, if you want to get one more Nova armor, I guess maybe even 2 more, you can always decide to charm a goon. Those enemies don't respawn in the Black Omen, so this is your only chance. I was meaning to check one thing here. Just check Robo's experience level. Alright. Let's continue on, shall we? I have no interest in fighting these guys, so we're gonna sneak by them too. They don't have much in terms of a wide... Dang it! They don't really have a wide field of vision, so... Come on. Come on, it was just a waste of time. Unlike this, where we stand and wait. One power seal. Now, I'm probably not going to use it, but the power seal is still mighty impressive. And impressively mighty. So, attack plus 10 for Ayla, which translates to 18 points. Not too shabby. I'll see you next time.